If you watch just one investing video this year, make it this one, because I'm going to show you a super simple 3 ETF portfolio that you can set up in about 5 minutes and then just leave alone. And yes, leaving it alone is usually the hardest part. And the best part is you can do this by yourself. For 99% of people, a simple ETF portfolio is all you need, but the combination matters. And I'll give you 2 versions with actual percentage breakdowns: an aggressive portfolio and a balanced or cautious portfolio, so you can pick the one that suits your personality and risk tolerance. So let's build the portfolio. This portfolio has 3 parts: a global ETF, which is the core, a dividend ETF for stability and income, and a third ETF depending on your style. That's it. Let's start with the most important one. ETF number 1 is your foundation, an all-world ETF. This gives you exposure to thousands of companies across the world. This is your own the world ETF, and the reason is so powerful is simple. You're not betting that one country stays dominant forever. You're betting that the world economy keeps growing for decades. UK options include VWRP, Vanguard FTSE All World, PACW, Amundi Prime All Country World, or ACWI, Spider MSCI All Country World. This should make up the biggest chunk of your portfolio. And one important point, a global ETF is still heavily weighted to the US, so you're not missing the biggest companies. You still own Apple, Microsoft, Nvidia, all of that. You're just not 100% dependent on the US being the best market forever. ETF number 2 is your dividend ETF. This is the one that makes your portfolio feel more survivable, because when markets are down and everyone's panicking, you're still getting paid. Dividend-focused funds tend to be more stable, less volatile, and they still pay you income. UK options include VHYL, IUKD, and XD3E. Now, this is the part that changes depending on the investor. ETF number 3 is your style ETF. This is where you personalize the portfolio, and I'll give you 2 options. If you're more aggressive, meaning you're younger, you have a long time horizon, you want more upside, and you can tolerate volatility, and you won't panic sell. This is where something like Nasdaq 100, AI, semiconductors, or a broader innovation or thematic ETF can make sense, because you're already diversified with the global ETF. Now you're adding a small booster for upside. UK options include EQQQ, Invesco Nasdaq 100, INTL, Wisdom Tree Artificial Intelligence, and SEMI, iShares MSCI Global Semiconductor. Now, if you're more cautious, this is where you want diversification away from the US. You want stability. You want to reduce single market dependency. Here are your options: XMWX, WLDS, and VFEG. Emerging markets tend to be volatile and can underperform for long periods. So, if you include emerging markets, keep it a very small allocation, perhaps smaller than the percentages I'll show later. And remember, you already get emerging market exposure inside the global ETF. That's enough for most people. Now, let's make this practical. For long-time horizon investors with higher risk tolerance, a typical portfolio will look something like this: 60% in a global ETF, 20% in a dividend ETF, and 20% in a growth or thematic ETF. This gives you global diversification, stability and income, plus upside potential. For people who want less volatility and less US concentration, a typical portfolio can look something like this: 65% global ETF, 25% dividend ETF, and 10% global ex-US ETF. You get lower volatility, more geographical diversification, more stability. Now, the biggest difference in your results won't come from choosing between an aggressive or balanced portfolio. The biggest difference comes from how much you invest, how long you stay invested, whether you panic sell, whether you keep adding money when markets are down through pound cost averaging. Because if you invest consistently for 10 to 20 years, you will beat most people who try to be clever. So there you have it, a simple 3 ETF portfolio that gives you global diversification, income and stability, and a personalized third ETF based on your style. Remember, this is no financial advice. Just what I would do if I was starting as a beginner. If this helped simplify your investing strategy, please hit the like button and subscribe. It encourages me to keep making content like this. And let me know in the comments, are you the aggressive investor or the cautious one? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.